So that was delicious. That was a wheatgrass shot. I hope you guys enjoyed. I got 2 more packages. Chris, help me open them. And by help me open them, I mean hold the camera for me.
I will be your living tripod.
I was about to say something mean like, that's all you're good for, but you're so amazing, you're good for everything.
Thanks. I think.
I got another Alice necklace. Oh, it's not even on there. Okay. It's a Cheshire cat. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. And then the other package is a little bit bigger. I'm thinking it might be another one of those scarves. I think it is. It is. It's like a beigey color.
Yeah. Beige. Gray beige.
I don't know if it's that gray though. I would just call it like beige.
Okay.
It's, I don't know. I almost called it a taupey color, but yeah, it's not. It's not. It's just a yellow beige.
Tomorrow I'm going to be doing something fun, which you'll see tomorrow more of, obviously. But this is something I forgot to show a few weeks ago. I think it was like last month, even before like Giselle went to Colorado. Last month, my work gave all of the retouchers, because we were doing a really good job with stuff and people were like really appreciating what we were doing. They gave all the retouchers these movie ticket things. So Giselle doesn't really like to go to the movies at all, which we've said before. But I really love the movies, so she was like, yeah, definitely you should use them whenever you want to go see something. So tomorrow, a movie just came out today, I think. I guess it technically comes out like Thursday night, and then the actual release day is Friday. I don't know, whatever. It was like already in theaters like a few days ago, even though it technically didn't come out until the release date wasn't technically until today. But I'm going to go see a movie tomorrow, and I'll use one of these, and I'll use the other one for something else later on. Welcome to Saturday.
I'm making a pot of coffee. This is really weird.
I mean, you've probably gotten used to it by now, right?
I mean, yeah, but it's still like, I don't know, it's weird like not knowing what it tastes like until somebody comes in and is just like, what did you do to this coffee?
Are they always like that? I hope they're not always like that.
No.
Every single time. Maybe
No.
you guys shouldn't do coffee if that's the case.
No, it's been better. One of my coworkers has said that every day this week it has been good, so I've been consistently making a good pot of coffee, but it took us a while to get there. So hopefully it continues to be good. But I'm always anxious that I'm like, what if this tastes like crap?
And it's not like coffee is you guys is like, it's like what you're selling really. It's just in case anybody wants it. There it is. And use it for some drinks. You like make it cold and then use it for drinks later on.
Yeah.
But so my movie stuff doesn't start happening until like around 11ish. Like the movie theater doesn't even have times that start until like 11ish and a little past 11. So I'm probably gonna go over there like an hour before that, because the movie ticket, I have to like actually go to the box office and like hand it to them and be like, here's my movie ticket. I need to exchange this for an actual movie ticket, and like what I usually do, which is go online and get a ticket beforehand. But I'm not sure. I don't think I really want to do much of anything before that. I might want to do something before that. I was thinking about going to Walmart, but now I can't remember what for. Like last night I was thinking like I should go to Walmart for something, but I don't remember what it was for.
I was just there like 2 days ago. You should have told me.
So I don't know. So I'll have to think about it, about why I wanted to go there. But I also brought books to read. But I'm also going to help Giselle for a little bit. I just set up the store. Giselle's getting the kitchen ready, and I'm about to go get some ice for them. Because at the moment they're just getting bags of ice. The goal is eventually to get like an ice maker, which would be ideal for a place like this that leaves just ice all the time, especially now that summer is coming around and they're going to get busy and busier. But for now, I'm going to go to the store and get some ice. And I think that's about it, right? Because there's nothing else you guys need.
Yeah.
They've got lots of stuff back there that I'm blocking. Lots of stuff back there already. So ice has been gotten, and it's sufficiently ice, right?
Who did I marry?
I don't know, but you made a mistake.
Oh, I love you.
Giselle was showing me how juicers work, because I've never used one before.
Well, I don't know how our juicer works and how to set it up, although
Just in
I
case
really hate our juicers a lot, and
just in
really
case I'm ever here and I need help with, or I need to help with something. They got blenders and juicers, and Giselle's cutting up carrots. What should I do, my love?
Nothing. You're good to go if you need to.
Have I been helpful?
No, go away.
Okay.
Yes, you've been very helpful, baby. You've been very helpful.
I've got a Wicked Chocolatey, which is the perfect name for it. considering how chocolatey it is and considering where we are in Massachusetts. It's wicked. And here we are, a couple hours and a few more errands later at the movie theater, and I'm really looking forward to it. What am I seeing, you ask? Well, if you know anything about movie release dates and look at the date of what today is and what yesterday was, then you might be able to guess. It is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I loved the first Guardians of the Galaxy when it first came out a few years ago, and I am extremely excited for this one. So, just got back from church. Welcome to Sunday. If you guys have been watching these for a while, since like last year, you'll know that last year for a few months Giselle was living with this couple that goes to our church, and I was having at first things from publishers sent to their address because our old apartment's mailbox was very tiny, and like the one that we were living in before this, the little tiny studio apartment, it was very tiny mailbox, and so I just had packages delivered to them because it was much easier. And sometimes they still get our stuff, or my stuff I mean, from publishers, because for some reason they still don't know the updated address, even though I've given all of them the updated address. I'm going to have to see if there's cell sheets with email addresses on them so I can let people know to not send stuff to that address anymore, because we never go that way anymore. We never go over to that old town that we used to live in, where they live, and so it's very rare that we'll ever see each other, because they have a different congregation than we do, but today we're at our building, and we were all like combined and stuff for church early in the morning today, so it's like noon right now, early in the morning today, so they brought these packages for me to open. There's one from Hachette, which means it's from Orbit, and I have a feeling it's the thing that I've been requesting from Orbit for months, and that I thought was never sent to me, and now I feel like maybe the publicist now has been like, I did send that to him, but now he's like, he keeps asking for it, but she didn't tell me that she sent it out. She just, I don't know. I don't know if it's actually that thing. It says it was shipped on March 13th, so that makes me feel like it is the thing that I'm thinking it is. But if it is, then I'll just email her and let her know to not use this address anymore, and hopefully she'll be able to send me the other stuff that I was hoping to get from Orbit soon. But anyway, there's just one here I will start with. It's smaller, and it feels like the book inside is very thin. It's from Penguin Random House, so I have no idea what it is at all. Okay, it's probably something unsolicited, but I'm not sure. Oh, nope. It is... Actually, it's technically unsolicited, but it's also something that I very, very much want, and it is City of Miracles by Robert Jackson Bennett. So this is the third book in this trilogy. I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy. I'm pretty sure this is the last one. I read the first one. I have the second one, and am planning to read it, but this third one just came out this past week, actually. So I was planning on reading the second one and this one back to back if I was able to get this, but it never came, / I never really got the chance to talk to the publicist about it. So there we go, because I've kind of been on a reading slump, and I wasn't sure if I'll be able to get to it soon, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to request more stuff, but since it's here, I will definitely read it as soon as I can. So if you have not read the first book in the series, definitely give it a shot. It's a really, really great epic fantasy story with like a really great mystery to it as well, and I've heard really good things about the second book, and I've heard this book is just as good as the other ones, so it's interesting. This one this is actually the finished copy as well. I do have the other two in ARC format, so this will be a little bit interesting having the two, because they're not going to go together. They're not really going to look cohesive on the shelf, but that's totally nice. This feels really nice. It's a really nice finished edition. So, and now the package from Orbit, the box from Orbit. We'll see what this is. It's got like a giant thing in it with one of these things in it, and it's the book that I requested quite a while ago from the publicist. But I'm really, really happy to finally have it. It is Sins of Empire by Brian McClellan. I've been waiting for this forever. This is his new series, God's Blood and Powder, and I literally read the Powder Mage trilogy. I read those specifically because I knew this was coming out. I read those back to back pretty much at the end of last year because I was like, oh, his new book's coming out. I gotta binge read them in order to read this when it comes out, but then now it's like, I'll probably not get to it until like 2 months after it had already come out, but hey, look at that cover. That's beautiful. Anyway, so it's going to be a lot of fun to read. This is one of my most highly anticipated of the year, I feel like, because I really like the Powder Mage trilogy, and this is supposed to be a really good continuation of that, and I've heard some good things about it so far, so it's nice and thick. I'm really excited. I'm definitely going to have to email the publisher and make sure they know to not send stuff to that address anymore, but it's all good. I have it now, and it makes me really happy. Some hours later, and we have decided to make this vegetable curry thing again. We made this last week, and we made a ton of it. Like last time we made a ton of it, but we gave a ton of it away to the Fosters, and now we're just going to keep it all. Giselle was like, I just want to make a ton of this so we can have lots and lots of it.
I mean, coconut milk isn't cheap, like the canned coconut milk like they're having you use, so I figured I might as well just make a little bit of it go a long way.
Yeah.
And use all the vegetables so they don't go bad.
Yeah, we're using all of it, and it's going to be great. We're going to have this for a long time. Like, we're going to have this several days in a row, I'm sure. Look at that coconut milk not come out of the cans.
It doesn't want to come out. There we go.
Jeez.
Come on, you can do it. There we go. That's what it's all about. Come on.
It's shy. We also got coconut rice in here as well. We used white rice. The camera's all fogged up now, or steamed up. We used brown rice before. This time we used just regular jasmine rice, yeah. Well, that was delicious, and this is a lot of leftovers. This is the biggest container we have at the moment, and it barely fits in here, so we're going to be eating this a lot this week.
Yesterday I wasn't on the vlog very much, and it's mostly because I was reading all day. That's all I did. I knew that I wasn't going to have a lot of time to read this week, so instead I read just straight through Saturday night and Sunday. Guess how many books I finished? 4 books, so I'm pretty excited. Several of them were start to finish, or very close to start to finish, but I read Romancing Mr. Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. I read Again the Magic by Lisa Kleypas, Cupcakes, Cappuccinos, and a Corpse by Harper Lynn, and A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. So, boom!
She read our buddy reading book.
I already started A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet as well. Like, I have to read them during the book buddy-a-thon, and this is the day that I would have had time to do it. So.
Well, now I have to do some catching up.
So now I'm going to be reading A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet over the next few days. I'll probably finish it on Wednesday or so, and then I'll have read everything for Book Buddy-a-thon. A book with my buddy's favorite color, a book that starts with my buddy's first name, a book that I buddy read with him, a book that I choose 3 and he chooses one, which is A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, which I'm reading right now, and then just one for fun, which I definitely accomplished with Again the Magic. It felt very Catherine Earnshaw Heathcliff-y to me. So, I mean, I really like Wuthering Heights, but I'm like, if you're gonna do like a Catherine Earnshaw Heathcliff-esque relationship, like, you have to go full throttle. And it, like, yeah, I don't know. For how dramatic it wasn't that dramatic. It felt like. So, anyway, the reason we're on the way to work right now, it's almost 9 a.m. I'm working at the bookstore today, so I don't go until later than 7:30. But this is my breakfast, and I figured I'd show it to you because Chris is like, "Oh my gosh, that looks amazing." So it is oats that I soaked in chocolate cashew milk overnight, which is why they're like brown, with strawberries, with some granola with cashews and like sea salt, and then some coconut, and it's kind of all mixed together. And I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be freaking amazing, and I made way too much of it, which is okay because it keeps pretty well. So that is really good. I mean, really, really good. I'm gonna have to eat it fast since I'm gonna be at work in 5 minutes, but really good. I highly recommend making this. It's not that expensive of a meal if you like balance out the cost of like what you're buying with how much proportions you're using, and I figured it would be a fast, easy breakfast just to like make the night before because I soaked them overnight in the fridge. This is something similar to what we make at the juice bar. We have overnight oat bowls, but we don't have a strawberry one, but I was like, strawberries would be amazing, so maybe I'll make some for my boss and show her and be like, this is freaking delicious. But we have a pomegranate one, we have a banana one, we have a cinnamon one, we have everything. We have a carrot cake one. I haven't tried that one yet, but we have a lot of them. They're a little fancier there, but like this is the basic gist, and it's freaking delicious. We just got home from work, and I was about to say it's an impromptu opening, but it's really not because we're expecting all these packages, and I got more. Alright, so here's the first one. It's just like a crystal. It looks like, oh gosh, what is it called? It starts with a C, celandine or something. It looks like that, whatever that is. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a yellow crystal, and it's so pretty. I'm so hungry. Oh, these are so pretty. So it's a necklace, and it connects like through, if that makes sense. So it doesn't actually have like a closing, but this is generally what it looks like. I think it's so pretty. It's like so dainty and cute, and I like it a lot. I'm so excited. Y'all, I'm really into the nautical stuff lately. And look how freaking cute these are. They're so cool. I love them. Now I have compass earrings. I'm gonna wear these all the time. This is so great. And then I also got some other exciting things from work. The most exciting thing, I'll start with that because Chris has some stuff to show as well, but I got this Hidden Sea by Gregory Maguire. This doesn't come out until October, so I have several months to read it. I keep thinking like, oh, October, that's so far away, but really it's not
that. It's 5 months.
It's not that far away.
Which is really annoying and really weird.
But it's a Nutcracker retelling, and it also has like really strong like Brothers Grimm like elements and references, I believe, as well, is what I was reading about, so. It
currently has a 4 billion stars out of 5 on Goodreads for some reason.
On the Goodreads app, at least. The Goodreads app is so screwy. This million stars.
It was 4,200,000,000 something stars.
When it had no ratings, so. We'll see how that is. I'm very excited about it. And then there's a few other ones that I picked up I didn't really have a chance to look them up when I was at work, so I'm going to look up more about them and see what I think about them, and then otherwise I'll just take them back. I got these all from the Arc Room upstairs, but it's The Secret of the Nightingale Wood, and this is by Lucy Strange. I know nothing about it except for it has a moth on it, and I really love The Girl of the Limberlost, so I'm hoping that has a similar feel, potentially. I got The White Tower, which looks like it's another middle grade, by Catherine Constable. I literally know nothing about this one either. And then the other one that I grabbed just for the sakes of it is The Knowing Wood. Well, this one's very shiny. And it is by Sharon Cameron. And I know nothing about any of these three. I did look up the Gregory Maguire one to like see if it was a retelling of something. And I looked up, because I brought 2 home for Christopher, and I looked up those, and those both looked really interesting. But he's going to take them because he must claim all the fantasy.
They certainly sound interesting. So, this first one is called The Blood Print by Ozma Zahanat Khan. So, I'll probably try to figure out how to pronounce that correctly at a later date. It comes out October. This comes out October. Pretty cool cover. It says there on the front, "The only defense against the ignorance of men is the brilliance of powerful women." So
I liked that quote.
Fun stuff.
This is by an author, I think, who does like mystery or general fiction, and then this is their first fantasy book. So, whoa, it just got really bright in here. The sun came out.
The second one is really cool looking. It is called The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Chakraborty. This lady, right here. And it looks beautiful. I like the cover and the title. So this comes out in November. So
and it's a debut author.
Yeah. So these are both actually from Harper Voyager, which I've never really looked into their stuff very much because they don't really publish very much at all. Like only a few things a year. I was sitting and just messing around while I was waiting for my video to export, and I looked on this app that I've heard about that like you take a picture and it shows like different ways you would look. Like, if you're a guy, it shows you what you would look like if you're female and what you would look like when you're old and all that kind of stuff. And so I did it, and I thought my result was pretty interesting for the old one especially. So that's what I look like when I'm old.
You're such a cute old man.
So I'm going to look like, I don't know how old I am in that picture. It doesn't tell you exactly how old. Maybe like 70s, something like that. 70s or 80s. We'll see. I'm assuming I'll still be wearing glasses, but I didn't put my glasses on for it. And then there I am as a girl.
You're such a pretty girl.
I don't know about that.
And he has red hair, too.
Yeah, I don't know why they made that decision, but alright.
So this is me normal, and this is me young. I look exactly the same. And this is me as a man. I look exactly the same in all of them.
Wait, no, she took a different picture and it did something different. Show that one.
I'm mildly offended by this app. But not really. But Chris told me to take my hair down so that I'd realize I'm a girl.
Well, no, it's just the stupid... If I had long hair still and I wore long hair with it, I'm sure it would think I was a girl.
With a mustache?
Yeah, sure.
No.
It's just a silly app.
It removed your mustache for your child picture, so it realizes it's there. Anyway, I took my hair down to do it because Chris told me to, and so this is me as a man. And I'm an ugly old lady as well.
No, you're not.
Chris is kind of cute when he's old.
We're
just
gonna
look
be
horrifying.
No,
I look like a crazy old hag.
No, you don't. We're going to be an adorable old couple someday. It'll be fantastic.
So this is how we make a rolled oats bowl. So you do however many oats you want. That's a pretty decent amount. I may do more though, just so I can have some of it for lunch, because it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you do just like normal old-fashioned oats, they should last pretty well. If you do like instant quick oats or whatever, they won't last as well. They'll get pretty gooey with the liquid in them. But then I just fill it up till it's like just covering it. Give it a little mix, put the cap on, and let it soak overnight. And then in the morning I would stick like fresh fruit in it. I have this Bare Naked granola that's cashew butter and cacao. It's really good, and with the sea salt, it's super good. And then I also have some coconut flakes that I'll put on it, and that is my breakfast. It literally takes like a minute to make tops. I bought a new hat today. I was at work at the bookstore. It's like a bookstore and gift shop together, and I just saw this and I was just like, it's so cute, and it was really cheap, and so I bought it. And I'm really happy, and it has like, oh, what size is it on? There's like a buckle on it as well. It's just like really cute and burgundy, and I even put on lipstick to match it, so feeling pretty happy about that. My hair was in a ponytail all day, but I just put it in a braid just now so I could wear that and show it to you because I'm pretty jazzed about it. I'm in the office, obviously, and I thought I'd quickly open up some packages because, you know, it's a thing. So it comes all wrapped up. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So it's like a gem pendant. It didn't come with a necklace, but it's just a straight gem. I just really like crystals a lot, and so crystal necklaces, totally up my alley. So this is wrapped as well. Ooh. I'm really excited about these ones. So they are Pokeball earrings. Tell me these are not the freaking cutest things that you've ever seen. So there it is on. Isn't that cute? I only put one in. I was struggling with the second one, but it's so adorable. I love it. And then I got one other thing yesterday that I didn't open on camera. It came with a necklace, but it's like this Beauty and the Beast pendant necklace. So yeah, I have that too, and I'm pretty happy with it. So just getting some more really cool and snazzy things, but these earrings are seriously the most legit things ever. And then on another note, I'm currently listening to The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I'm about 2/3 of the way through, and I feel pretty meh about it, to the point where I'm like, you know what, if you listen to 2 hours of this today, you can listen to however much you want of like this Julia Quinn book. So I'm not enjoying it very much. It will probably be a 3-star book for me. It's not bad. I just don't care that much, and I don't understand the hype at all. I don't know if Chris was able to listen to it at all today, so I'm going to ask him about that, but we'll see how he's enjoying it, because I'm pretty sure he'll like it more than me, but I'm just... pretty much all my feelings on it are meh, and these characters are very over-exaggerated.
So I bought my mom a Mother's Day card because that is this Sunday. It's already Wednesday, so I really need to put it out tomorrow morning. I'm hoping that I can get it there on time. I think it'll get there on time. I'm hoping it'll get there on Saturday, and if not, then it'll at least get there on Monday, which is a day late. But I just haven't had a chance to go out and get a card. But I got one at the bookstore at Giselle's work when I picked her up today from work. They have some pretty decent cards there, and a pretty wide selection actually. And I mean, I usually try to get cards that err on the funny side of things, because that's just my taste in greeting cards, I suppose. But seeing as this vlog is not going to be out until probably like either really late this month or June, I might as well just show it now. It's Mother's Day, Mom. Forget about cleaning, forget about laundry, forget about chores, and then inside it says, pretend you're me. And then I guess inside I'll say Happy Mother's Day and write some other stuff. But I just noticed that the card says, the envelope says smile on it. Lovely. It's a very fitting card. I mean, I usually try not to pick cards that don't suit the situation, but this does in fact suit the situation quite nicely. This is a very accurate greeting card because, well, throughout most of my life, I have been a very messy person, and my parents are both very clean. My mom always does the cleaning, always does the laundry, always makes sure all the chores get done, like specifically on Saturdays. She does like all her stuff on Saturdays. And for as long as I can remember, that's just always what she's done. And it's awesome how they can keep up with that so nicely, but I was never able to, or never had the inclination to, when I was especially a teenager. I was a very messy teenager. Oh man, you should have seen my room when I was like late teens, right before like I moved out and went to my first apartment, and which was like right next to my college. Moving into that first apartment, my room right before that was just awful, and then that first apartment was also pretty awful. I was there for 2 years, one with one roommate that didn't really do anything in the way of like helping to clean up stuff. He just wasn't used to doing stuff like that, and so things got out of hand there. And then the second person, that he left and he actually moved to California to go to a different school, and then I got another roommate off of Craigslist, actually. The first one was my friend, and has been my friend all throughout high school, and it's still my friend now. And the second guy, I found him on Craigslist, and it was his first year in college, and he didn't know what to do either, and it was just kind of, he was barely there. He was only there to really sleep, and he was kind of gone for most of the time, the rest of the day, every day, and so he didn't really do much of anything either. I was the only one that really did anything, and I didn't do much in that place as far as cleaning goes. I made lots of messes, and when I went to move out of that place, we packed everything up. I had everything all ready to go, and we moved everything out of the place. And as my dad and I were like moving my stuff out of this place, my mom spent that afternoon, morning/afternoon, I don't remember, I think it was morning actually, cleaning that entire place, like from top to bottom, just going through and making sure the entire thing was clean so I didn't like get any security deposit taken off. And it was not good condition. It was not in good condition at all, and I always felt bad that I let it get that way. And then the second apartment that I went to right after that, the one that I moved into after that with my other friends, we took care of it a little bit better. I mean, it still got kind of out of hand sometimes, but we generally did a much better job keeping track of that place. And then I moved back with my parents, and I did an okay job keeping that place in order most of the time after I moved back. And now at our old place, the studio apartment that we had before this place, very difficult to keep that in order. And Giselle is kind of messy like I am, so we both had a really hard time keeping up with stuff. And so that was slightly difficult, mostly just because we didn't have any room to put anything, and everything was just kind of piled on top of each other, and we just had to move things from one place to another and then move it back, or just kind of, it was difficult to find permanent places for things. This place is definitely pretty well put together, with some minor / in some cases, glaring examples of where it's not put together at all. And sometimes we go from being really put together for like a little while to really not put together for a little while. Right now, we're kind of in between. Our bedroom is a hideous mess. Our kitchen is kind of going into disarray at the moment. This room is alright. It's sort of in a little bit of disarray, but it's not that bad. I don't know, I always found myself being super messy and just inclining towards not doing anything cleaning-wise or just not caring about it very much when I was a teenager especially, and like even early college. And I was like, my parents were always super clean and always took care of their place that's like so put together, always just nothing is messy, there's no dirty stuff anywhere. They don't like keep anything out, and it's clean and organized all the time. And I always just was never like that. But now I'm finding myself moving more towards wanting to be like that. So I'm not currently there yet. Like, I'm just bad at upkeep. As I mentioned before, I'm bad at keeping things in order here. And Giselle's not any better, which is not helpful to either of us. Both of us just kind of slack off at the same time. And we both just, we need to get better at it. But, I mean, we're both really busy, so it's kind of understandable. But for the most part, I'm just like, I want everything to be perfectly organized and in order, like how I grew up with my parents and stuff, but it's not quite there yet, and I don't know when I'm going to get there, but I'm hoping I'll get there eventually. But I never expected to get there. I never expected to go in that direction, necessarily, because of how far away from it I was when I was younger, which seems weird to say, that when I was younger, because I don't really feel very old at all. But I'm about to turn 26. Next week is my birthday. I'll be 26, which I kind of forgot what age I was turning, honestly. I thought I was already 26. I'm just all over the place. I just haven't been paying attention. So anyway, the camera's about to die, so I'm going to go to sleep now. Giselle's already asleep. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
Welcome to Thursday. We just got back from work about 2 seconds ago, and I did a Disney bound today, a casual cosplay. So let's see if you guys can figure it out. I have my hair in these buns. I have bee earrings on, a yellow shirt, and red pants, which I had shoes on earlier, but I'm a heathen and took them off the second I got in the door because no shoes. And then with my shirt, it's like kind of cropped, and then my pants are high-waisted, so it kind of works, I feel like. And
the shirt has lots of splatters all over it.
Yeah, because I was at the juice bar, so hopefully I can get them out. That would be sad. Like the first time I wear the shirt, already ruined. Have you put in your guesses yet? Have you typed them below? I did a casual cosplay of Winnie the Pooh, which is why my hair is in these buns to like represent his ears. And then
slightly backwards, but
yeah. I flipped the colors because I don't have yellow pants.
Yeah.
I had a yellow shirt and red pants, so I flipped them. And then bee earrings because he's always stealing the honey from the bees. And I just thought it was really fun, so ta-da! Disney bound. Really simple, easy, just like the color. And nobody knew except for me, and I just felt like really fun.
You didn't tell anyone all day?
I told one person because she's awesome, so I was like, here, let me tell you this. And she's like, I love Disney so much, this is so cool. And she had never heard of Disney bound, so I'm probably going to have to show her a bunch of pictures, but boom, so fun.
So this is really cool. One of the Disney YouTubers that I follow, this is a video. It's kind of static at the moment, but it's the Wishes final show. So it's the last showing of the fireworks show Wishes, which has been running for over a decade now. And I think it's just really cool that this YouTuber is taking the time to show it live to people, because I mean, I've seen it before. It's been going on since 2003, and I've been a couple times since 2003. I don't always watch the fireworks when we go, but I have seen Wishes at least a couple times. And I mean, I haven't seen it as many times as people will say that live in Florida and go to Disney World all the time, or just these people who are able to go to Disney World all the time anyway, for whatever reason. I wish I could go to Disney World more, and I wish I could have seen the show more, because it is a really amazing fireworks show. And they're doing a new one. They're starting a new one, which I feel like some people are really excited about. Like the fans in general, from what I've seen, when I heard about it, I was like looking stuff up. I like to look stuff up about what's happening at Disney World, and like forums, and like seeing what people think about it and stuff like that, because I think it's fun. But yeah, people seem to be excited for something new, but they're sad to see this go, and so it'll be cool. I'm gonna sit here and watch it. It starts in like 10 minutes or so. It'll be cool to sit here and watch this very last show of Wishes. I'm excited. I mean, I don't really even remember exactly what it looks like, since the last time I saw it was probably a long time ago. Last time when Giselle and I went to Disney World together, that was the last time I went, obviously, and we didn't really watch fireworks at all when we went. I mostly just was concerned with riding rides, but anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Although the little spinny wheel on YouTube is now spinning, so it seems to have disconnected, so I hope he gets it back up before the thing actually starts. He got it back up. Well, it's a little bit glitchy, but I'm hoping it's completely fixed by the time it really gets going. And also, by the way, we still have a ton of this stuff, and it's still really good. It's gotten a little bit spicier, because it does have cayenne in it, so it's like been sitting, and it's in its own like juices, so it's gotten spicier, and it's still really good. I might actually try to take some of this for lunch, because we have a bunch left.
You're probably confused by my makeup right now. Instead of being productive, I ended up just like playing around with makeup. So I did kind of did like a halo eye, which means darker on the outside, on the inside, and then a brighter pop in the middle. And then I did a green liner. This is Dr. M, the lipstick by ColourPop. That's what's on my lips as well, with a super cheap like Bitsy lipstick. Bitsy's the brand. And I stuck that on my inner corner as well with some black mascara and black eyeliner, and yeah, it was fun, and I think I did a pretty good wing. Considering that I've never tried to line my eyes with a lipstick before, I think it went pretty well. I just was playing around. Looking at it with the shirt, I'm like, wow, this is really obnoxious looking. But like with black or with like a white shirt, I think it'd look pretty cool. So I'm gonna go wash this all off, and I'm really annoyed that I did such a good line when I'm not even wearing this in public. I'm like, what a waste. What a waste of a good wing. Y'all, when you're having a bad, lazy day, you go grab a rotisserie chicken, spicy sweet chili Doritos, and you listen to some Louisa James. Welcome to Friday. We are in the car now. Chris is driving without his glasses. He's being illegal.
I had to clean them up. They got dripped on.
So, anyway, we just, a friend of ours, well, you've met them, the Fosters, their daughter got married in January, and so they got married on the West Coast, though, so they finally had a reception over here, because this is where they grew up, and so they knew people over here, so they had a reception over here, and
we were invited to it.
Yeah.
A lot of people from church were invited to it, so.
Yeah, and we hadn't met the people we were actually coming for, like the couple that got married,
yeah.
But we met them now, and they're nice. We didn't really get to talk to them that much because, like,
they're the couple everyone wants to talk to them. So.
Yeah, so you don't expect to talk to them that much, but we did talk to a few other people, like Mrs. Foster's sister.
Yeah, who lives in Pennsylvania and loves to read.
Yeah, she told us about a bookstore that we could go to in Pennsylvania, and she also just told us about a bunch of stuff, and we talked about books for a while, and then we found other people that we ended up talking to. It was like good to socialize with really educated people.
People who there are a lot of people there who like to read a lot, apparently, and we get to talk about books a lot.
Yeah, because it's like the people that I talk to in my normal day, it's hard to talk to them about like a lot of things. Like there's one or two things that we can talk about, and that's like about it. So even if like people can talk about books, they can't necessarily talk about some of the other things. And we met this like 11-year-old girl there. Her name was Liesel, and she is really well-rounded. Like,
yeah,
super well-rounded. She can play a lot of different instruments, and she really loves just music in general. She really like loves singing. She really loves like baking and cooking. She was like really eloquent when talking, and she also loves reading. So we ended up talking about books for a really long time with her, like probably over an hour.
And then and also with her grandma, who owns the house that we were just at.
Yeah, the grandma I know from like my meetings with her or whatever.
At church.
Yeah, but I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to her. Apparently she's a librarian, which like, how did I not know this? And stuff. So I kind of want to talk to her about like starting a book club potentially with like the ladies in our ward. But it was just like so great to get to like talk to people about stuff. And like it's like every single person we talk to, they're like, we'd like bring out books and then they'd be like, I love books so much. And I was just like, oh, okay, yes, other people who love books too.
We technically stayed there like an hour and a half later than the party actually was because we got there late. But then we stayed after.
A bunch of other people stayed as well for a while, but we were the last people there, and we were talking to them like for like probably 20 minutes after everyone else left, just about books and everything. And they really love like fairy tale retelling. So I was like, have you read this book? Have you read this book? Have you read this book? And they were doing the same thing with me, and we were all going back and forth. And it was so great. So I'm actually gonna write out a list of books that I'm gonna recommend to them for Liesl to read, and also her grandma. And it's just, I'm really excited. This makes me so happy. I love recommending books. And also, it's like when I try to recommend books to some people, like my sisters, as example, they're like, oh, I don't really like fantasy. I don't blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you not enjoy this? Like, it's harder to recommend stuff sometimes. Or like, my sister will be like, oh, okay, what's some good books for my kids? And I'll recommend like 5 books, and she's like, oh yeah, I hated all those. Or, oh yeah, my son hated all those. I'm like, how do you hate the Mysterious Benedict Society? It's such a great series. And it's just, I don't know. I
love those books. Who hated those?
Trenton didn't like them.
Why? They're awesome.
I know, and they're even written by a Trenton. Trenton doesn't like the books that Trenton wrote, so I
love those books.
I know, me too. And it's just, it's hard sometimes. So when I find like this 11-year-old girl who is in love with all the stuff that I was in love with when I was 11,
And she played piano as well.
Yeah.
For everyone there, she like sat down and played piano for everyone, which was really nice.
Yeah, and it just made me really happy. So I'm gonna give her a list of things. She hasn't read the Enchanted Forest Chronicles yet, so that's gonna happen. I told her, I'm like, you have to read them first because they're so good. So that was really, really fun and really awesome. Besides from just the talking about books, I did get a clip of the food. It was really, really delicious, and there was a lot of it, and there were just like a bunch of different kinds of desserts and stuff. There was like baklava and just...
Yeah, we brought some of it home with us.
Yeah.
There's this. Brought some of this home.
Yes, and
it was great.
There was just like a ton of stuff, so that was fun. But like getting to talk to everyone about books, and we made several contacts, and I have a few new friends on Goodreads. And I was telling this little 11-year-old girl, I'm like, you need to use Goodreads and start using it right now, or you're gonna forget these books that you've read because it was so long ago.
Documented.
So
you'll be happy in 10 years that you have it all documented.
Yeah, because I was like, I started using Goodreads when I was 12, and she's 11. I'm like, I started using it when I was 12 when it came out, and I'm so glad because I have 900 books marked as read on there, and like, that's not even including rereads. Like, where would I be without Goodreads? And I know that I still have books that I'm like, I remember this book. I don't remember enough of it to find it online, but I remember certain books I'm like, oh, I can't find this book, and I didn't mark it, so I don't have it. And it makes me really sad because I'm like, oh, I really want to reread that one book about this, and I don't remember. I just slightly don't remember enough to be able to find it online, so it's frustrating. But right now we're at the grocery store.
Well, we're at a grocery store. We never really have a chance to come over here this way anymore. Savers is right over there, but we never really come over here that much. So we have, for like the last 2 weeks, been meaning to come here. This giant bag of change. We're finally going to cash it in for real cash and put it in our bank account, I guess. And it won't just be a giant jar of change sitting somewhere from now on. Yes. And we'll just have to collect more change from now on.
I'm going to get more because I get tips at work, so.
But I've been collecting in my little jar for like a long time, so it's going to feel nice to finally get rid of all these. So should we start with pennies?
Yes.
No, I've never used this before. Do I look this up? I'm confused.
No, just put them in. And then dump it up.
Well, that's a lot. Alrighty then. So we're home now. After filming like the first tiny little part of us putting the stuff in that machine, they came over and told us we're not allowed to film in there for some reason, which is pretty stupid in my opinion. But I did pull out my phone sneakily and get that the clip you just saw where I showed how much it was. But anyway, I also have some birthday cards here. One is from my parents and one is from Giselle's parents. So that's very sweet. My birthday is on Tuesday.
I do just have to say,
I want to open them right now.
how awesome my mom is that she's in Europe right now.
And still got a card to me.
I know. I saw this. I saw
yeah.
this card, and it's like very my mom. So like Christopher Rhodes, like how she wrote it. I saw the writing, and I'm like, dang, Mom, you the best.
When did she get to Europe?
She left on Tuesday or Wednesday.
So she sent it right before she left, I'm guessing.
I think she probably had my dad mail it.
Maybe.
But she wrote it out before she left. I'm just super impressed with her, so thanks, Mom.
Well, thank you so much. Thinking of you on your birthday. And it says, something fell out. It says, Dear Christopher, we are so happy to have you in our family. All of the family really likes you and feel that you are the perfect match for Giselle. I feel the same way. I'm glad they feel that way. We hope you have a great day. Let us know what you get with this birthday moolah. They put like a little money sign. Oh, and it says, done. Now I'm thinking about monkeys. Enjoy your day. That's a good card.
I like the card. I thought that the card. I was just like, "Oh, that's really cheesy. That doesn't sound like my parents." And then that sounds like my parents.
I read that part and I was like, oh, it was like, because I totally forgot to read the fact that this card probably has something on the other side. And I looked at it and I saw a monkey eating a banana. I was like, what is that? That's very nice. Thank you so much.
I gave him a check too. Thank you, Mommy and Daddy.
I appreciate it so
much. I'll just take this money to spend on myself. I'm the worst wife ever. Just kidding.
You'll get your own checks for your birthday.
I already know what I'm getting, Chris.
She's not getting me anything. She's not allowed to. I told her she's not allowed to get me anything for my birthday. And she better follow that instruction. And this is from my parents. It says, for our son, nothing in life has been more exciting than watching you grow and mature. Find your own way and become your own person. And it says, Dear Christopher, nothing has been more rewarding than seeing you take your place in the world, sharing in your accomplishments, believing you, and in your dreams. Nothing in life has been more important than being a part of your life, because nothing has been more wonderful than having you for a son. And it says, happy 26th birthday, because I'm going to be 26 apparently. Okay,
Old man.
I guess that's correct. I never really keep track anymore, as I think I mentioned the other day. But we sure wish we could celebrate your birthday with you in person. We miss you and hope your day is special. We look forward to the next time we see you, and hope it's soon. We are so proud of the man you have become.
Aww.
It's very sweet.
Aww.
I very much appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And I'm surprised at how early these came. Like, my birthday is still several days away, so good job. My mom always gets cards out really early, so.
Now we have some money to put towards the camera.
Yeah, we want to buy a new vlog camera at some point, and this will be very helpful in doing so.
And the money that we got today from the thing, from turning in those coins, I've been talking to Chris about using all my tip money towards the camera as well. I think we should buy one in June or July.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So with this money, with the money we got today, plus with tip money, and a little bit extra because,
cameras are expensive.
Yeah. A lot extra. I don't know. I think we can save up for one and justify it.
It'll be really great to have it.
It'll be a good investment because this camera's a piece of crap.
It's literally falling apart and so much. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Today was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. At church today, they gave us little boxes of chocolates, all the women.
They gave all the women. Not all the mothers, but all the women.
I mean all the mothers and all the rest of the women too, because they always have extras. So I got one. So let's open it up and see what's inside. It's from www.littleredhencandy.com, apparently. And it's key lime pie, raspberry, sea salt, and vanilla caramels. I wonder if that's all one flavor, because there's no commas.
Yeah, that's the flavor.
Key lime pie, raspberry, sea salt, vanilla caramels.
That's the flavor.
The flavor. Oh, yeah. Oops! I just ripped the Mother's Day in half.
Oh, the box isn't as pretty anymore.
Aw, rats. I mean, it wouldn't be once the
thing was off.
The
anyway.
ribbon came off. This is too hard for me. I don't have any nails. It says, when you learn the art of confections at your mother's knee, it gets in your genes. Anyway, there's a whole little card about what's in it.
Okay.
And then I guess they are all separate. So there's like a caramel colored one. Oh, they're so squishy. Whoa. Okay, they're really squishy. This one is like green with speckles, and then this one is raspberry color. So I'm guessing this is a raspberry.
Raspberry color?
A raspberry color. It is a raspberry color.
I guess.
Like a pink.
Oh, it's just a pink.
So the green one is the key lime pie. How am I supposed to tell the difference between the sea salt and the vanilla?
Taste.
I guess by tasting them. I guess I should share with Christopher.
Yeah.
Even though he's not a mom and
Neither
he
are
never
you.
will be. I feel like we shouldn't eat them all at once. So
Probably not.
I guess, should we try the key lime pie one?
I guess. I've never had key lime pie.
Neither have I. Oh. It's definitely very lime.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Thanks, littleredhen.com or whatever you're called. It was delicious, and thanks, church, for
church people.
giving us candy. So last night when I was at the reception, the wedding reception, the lady who's in charge of the Relief Society, which is all the women in the ward, ended up asking me to speak today just for a minute or two about what it's like being a newlywed, and they ended up having this little like panel of people who spoke in turn, starting with a woman who was speaking for her baby and how her baby is feeling about the world right now, an 8-year-old girl, a 16-year-old girl, a girl who's in college, a girl who's serving a mission for our church, a newlywed, a mother with several smaller children, a single woman in her like 30s or 40s, and then a mother and a grandmother. We all ended up speaking, and so she asked me last night, I don't know if somebody flaked out on her last minute or if she just forgot to ask anyone, but I ended up talking about that, and so I talked about how great this time of life is. People were like telling me, they're like, oh, you're just making me think of all these great times we used to have, and man, now I have kids. Stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, we do have a lot more free time and a lot more time to just spend with each other and stuff. So I have all my thoughts written down, and Chris helped a lot with it as well, because I was like, what should I say? And he was like, oh, here's a list of things. And I'm like, oh, thanks, babe. So that was another thing. But I started off saying, get a partner in crime when you get married, which is true. And I very much feel like Christopher is my partner in crime. So anyway, that was today at church for me. And also that meeting was 2 hours long. And there was like refreshments afterwards, but I was really impatient and didn't feel like waiting. I just wanted to come home, so we left early. Saturday, I was really tired. No, Friday. Friday I was really tired, and I ended up getting a rotisserie chicken. And I ate some of it, and Chris was asleep, so he didn't help me eat it at all, so there was a lot left over. So I made some dinner.
It looks really good.
It's chicken with yellow squash and then zucchini, so green squash I guess, and then cheese on top.
Mexican cheese, like the blend of Mexican cheese that they sell at the store and stuff.
And normal cheddar cheese as well. Normal sharp cheddar, medium sharp cheddar cheese, and we're going to stick it in some tortillas, and I also have some beans that I'm going to put on mine, some red beans, and I think it's going to be really good.
It looks really good.
If you want to know the spices that I put on it, I put paprika, I put cumin, I put ginger, I put onion, I put garlic, I put chili powder, I put cayenne, salt, and pepper.
That's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Did you find a recipe, or did you just make this up?
I made it up. I got inspired by something else that says put cheese on it and let it melt. I'm like, that sounds like a good idea, but
I'm going to do something else too.
I made it up myself. And I'm using a pizza pan as the cover because this is such a huge pan that we don't have any lids big enough for it, so.
My haircut, I'm getting a haircut this week. I mean, I was hoping it would happen this weekend, it didn't, but this week, I'm definitely, Giselle and I really want to cut my hair. It's happening, and also my birthday is this week. And I told Giselle not to get me anything, but she did. She says that she did, and that it's actually not going to be here until a little bit later, but I told her, well, she was going to make me dinner, and she said she might make me a cake, which I don't know about, and she said she got me something even though I told her not to, and I think it's because I told her that I was thinking about what I wanted to do for her for our anniversary, which is next month, so, and I already know what we're doing, and I mean, I would share it with you guys if I were to, like, think to myself, this vlog won't be out until, like, by the time that happens, by the time I actually tell her what it is and, like, show it to her. But I'm really hoping that's not the case. Like, I'm really hoping I can be caught up by then, so, and that vlogs will be on time again by then, but, so I'm not going to say anything for the hoping of that, so you'll see when she does. But, anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
Welcome to Monday. It's that day again. Whoa.
Doorbell just rang.
The doorbell just rang. That was so weird. The doorbell never rings. We'll have to go see what it is. I guess it could be a package for Christopher's birthday, potentially. Not for me, though. I don't know.
Be very quiet. It could be a serial killer. Shh. It's for you.
It's for me. Oh.
It's from doTERRA.
It's from my mom.
It's from your mom.
It's for my mom. Thanks,
It's
Mom.
not a birthday present for me.
Nope, it's a present for me. Not really, though. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but my mom is coming to town on Sunday, so less than a week from now. And she's going to be teaching a class on essential oils at the juice bar that I work at. So, in case you guys didn't know that already, now you do.
Also, my birthday is tomorrow, as we've mentioned. Giselle went to the store and got a couple things. Well, I guess only one thing for tomorrow, which is a jalapeno, which is the only ingredient we really needed that we didn't already have for tikka masala. Although we just found out we don't actually have chicken breasts, we only have chicken thighs, which I guess is perfectly fine. So my birthday's tomorrow, and I have some more cards. I already opened a couple the other day, but I got 2 more to open.
Aww.
One is from my grandparents. It's this bright teal one right here. It says, "Loving thoughts can travel any distance." I like the way that looks. It's cool. So this one is from Giselle's sister, from my sister and brother-in-law, Matt and Autumn, who just got married last year like us. Their wedding anniversary is coming up just like ours is. And they were nice enough to send me a card, which is very, very sweet of them. "I was going to send you something warm and fuzzy for your birthday, but I couldn't get the puppy into the envelope." And then she's wrote in, so it says, "But I couldn't get the puppy into the envelope," and then she's wrote in, "and that would be scary." And there she drew an envelope with lots of fur coming out of it. And it says, "Love you, Chris. Love, Matt and Autumn."
Aww.
Which is very sweet. Thank you so much to them. I really, really appreciate it. I always keep all my birthday cards, and like I have lots of birthday cards in a drawer over there that I've mostly just gotten since getting to Massachusetts. But anyway, I really
sure you'll be
appreciate
getting more tomorrow as well.
Probably. Welcome to a very nice day. Finally, it's like the first nice day in a long time, and it's my birthday.
It's
I feel
Tuesday.
like. Oh yeah. Welcome to Tuesday. Also, it's my birthday, and I feel like the weather is a present, literally just for me, and I guess everyone else whose birthday is today. I wonder how many people have the same birthday as me in Massachusetts. Well, it is a very common birthday, apparently. There's even a song about it. So I have a couple cards. This one is from my mother's best friend. Giselle looked at their last name. Their last name is Mooney, and I knew what she meant when she was like Mooney, and then I proceeded to say all the names out loud. Mooney, Wormfoot, Pad, Tail, and Prongs. And I was like, wait, that's not right. And then I proceeded to have a mental crisis as to what a worm feed is. So anyway, this has a lovely present in it. It says, "Christopher, happy birthday. So celebrate your very special day. Love, people who sent the card." So thank you so much to them for that. I very much appreciate
There's
it.
cupcakes on it, which
It does.
you got at work today.
Yeah, my work did give me cupcakes, and I tried. There was like a pack of 6 of them, and I got a couple people to eat them. I had one. I got a couple people to eat them with me, and I tried to convince more people to eat them, so I wouldn't have to bring them home with me. But I did end up having to bring them home with me, which I'm gonna try not to be tempted by too much, because I kind of am very tempted by them. And also, my boss got me a $30 gift card to Barnes & Noble for my birthday as well, which Giselle and I were discussing what I should do with it on our way home. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet, like what I'm going to get with it. I have several things in mind, but I'm not entirely sure. And also...
He's going to go buy Legos.
Legos? Do Barnes & Noble sell Legos?
Yes. It's really dumb.
I mean, Legos, that would buy like maybe half of a Lego set, so I think I'd rather buy books, but... I mean... If Legos were cheaper, then I might actually do that. Anyway. Because I love Legos, and I haven't had a really great Legos. I just have the last Legos that I played with were the ones that my niece has, and I mean they're all the little crappy small ones that kids get instead of like the big awesome ones that cost $1 million. So anyway, also I think I haven't mentioned this before, but the retouching office, we have 5 people, and we slowly started to build up an arsenal of those like air guns that like you pull the lever on the bottom and they shoot darts that like whistle. And like one of the retouchers bought one for our boss because we always have our headphones on, and my boss constantly has to shout at the top of her lungs to get us to hear. So one of the retouchers bought her one of these dart guns to shoot at us whenever she needs to get our attention, and it works really well. And so, but the rest of us sometimes need to get each other's attention. So the rest of us are slowly getting them. So far, we had 2, and then someone bought me the third one of the office today. So now we have 3, and one of them is on my desk, and I get to shoot people with it if I want to. We're very productive, as you can tell. Also, I forgot to mention this yesterday, but at my work, we had a food truck, a taco food truck, come, and I got yummy tacos. Well, they were okay. They were pretty good. I didn't have to pay for them, so my taste in them was not necessarily dulled one way or the other, because I didn't actually have to pay for them. If I had to pay for them, I probably would have been mad, because they probably would have been overpriced, because they were really small and didn't taste that good, but since they were free, they were pretty awesome. So anyway, this one is from one of my aunts. It says, "Nephew, wishing you some birthday laughs and lots of birthday fun. Because when it comes to being great," it also has Mickey on the front, "when it comes to being great, you are number 1. Have a great birthday. Love, Aunt Karen and Uncle Steve."
Aww.
They got me perfectly. I love that.
Mickey?
It's like a sort of old style kind of Mickey too. Like, I really like that a lot. And there's Mickey inside also. That makes me happy. Thank you very much. That's it for my cards. But Giselle, the ones I got today, I'm guessing there's a couple more coming that just haven't gotten here yet. But Giselle has something to show me apparently. That is not a physical present, but a picture of a physical present that will come at some point.
Yes.
She hasn't shown me what it is yet.
This is what it is, so the camera can see it first.
Oh, jeez. There's a little reflection. I probably won't be able to see though. No, I can't.
So this is what it is. It's not out yet.
What? What is this? I've never seen this before. Oh, it's a Hufflepuff. It's a Hufflepuff edition of Harry Potter.
And the Philosopher's Stone.
It's a Hufflepuff edition?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. As if I didn't get made fun of enough for being a Hufflepuff. Now I have a way to show off my Hufflepuffness. Are they doing with all the different editions, like all the books in the Hufflepuff edition? Oh, jeez.
No, not all the books. Just
Each house gets a first book. Oh, jeez. Well, that's gonna go on a Harry Potter shelf, I guess. Wow.
I saw it and I was just like, Chris,
that's pretty great. I
Chris,
like
you
it.
need this.
I like it.
And it's not out yet. It doesn't come out for about 15 more days.
Oh, okay, so that's why it's not gonna be here until then. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I've pre-ordered it, but.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like a 20th year anniversary kind of thing. Well, yeah, it came out in 1997. I bought my first copy in 1998 or 1999, one of the two. I think it was 1999. But anyway, I was 8. Yeah, so 1999. But anyway, that's pretty cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's a really good idea. I really appreciate it.
And it has like the stripes down the side.
Yeah, it has like
pages.
I saw it. I was like, are those like tabs sticking out? And then I realized that the Hufflepuff symbol was on the front. And then I realized what colors they were. And I was like, oh, it's Hufflepuff. So that's pretty great. I will definitely show that when I get it in person.
The other ones look really cool. Actually, I think the Gryffindor one is the ugliest out of all of them.
I don't like the way red and yellow look together, so I don't think I would like that
I
one.
saw the Gryffindor one, and I thought it was the Hufflepuff one originally, because I wasn't really paying attention. I was just kind of skimming through, and I was like, ew, I'm not going to order him for that. I'll get him a Ravenclaw one instead.
Here's the Ravenclaw one.
Yeah, the Ravenclaw one. It looks really awesome.
I don't know, I wish it wasn't blue and yellow. That's not their colors. I wish it was like blue and white, or blue and silver or something. The black with the blue on it looks pretty cool.
And the green one looks good too, Slytherin.
I'm trying to see it, but they don't have like all of them in the thing. I can't find them all. Well, so that one's the Slytherin one. That one's the coolest. That one's definitely my favorite out of all of them.
So I thought about getting one of those two for you instead, but then I actually saw the real Hufflepuff one, and I'm like, oh, this looks so much better than the Gryffindor one. So
Yeah, I don't like the Gryffindor one, but I do like the Hufflepuff one.
Yeah, I was surprised by that, so I decided to.
Yeah, I actually like that.
one.
I'm not the hugest fan of black and yellow, but it actually looked really cool in that book form. And then this is the Gryffindor one, which the side of it especially doesn't. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm glad you got me that one. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And now we're gonna go make dinner because it's my birthday dinner night, and we're gonna watch a movie, which I got to pick. And I'm forcing Giselle to watch Monsters University with me because I really want to watch it. And I've been in the mood to watch it, and she's finally agreed to watch it with me. Thank you. So Giselle is making me some naan bread to go along with the tikka masala she made me. I'm really excited. It's going to be really, really delicious. Are you excited? Giselle's mostly tired, but she's also excited, I think.
I'm so tired.
She's very, very tired. But she'll get to go to bed soon. It's getting kind of late. We're eating a little bit later, but it's not a big deal. We're actually just starting to watch Monsters Inc. and there's a very sad Monsters University. There's a very sad sad face on Mike Wazowski right there. Anyway,
It's a sad movie.
it's not a sad movie.
Yes, it is. I don't know why you love it so much.
It's only sad. All Pixar movies are sad at the beginning. That's true, unequivocally true.
Okay, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit. Oh, no, what have you done?
That's the whole point. That's what they do.
Oh dear.
How are you just having this realization?
I don't know. I don't watch many Pixar movies.
Well, we need to change that, obviously, because Pixar movies are the best ever in the whole world.
I mean, Cars isn't that sad. It starts out pretty awesome.
Cars is basically not a Pixar movie because it sucks so much. No one likes Cars.
I love Cars!
No one except for you likes Cars.
I love Cars.
I don't. No, neither does anyone else.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I love you. Giselle has done something bad that I told her not to do. She did it anyway. She made me a cheesecake.
I did make a cheesecake. And it's my first one I've ever made, and I hope it's delicious.
It's more like a cheesecake pie. Well, it's like a pie crust. She bought like a graham cracker pie crust, and then the cheesecake is not like a normal cheesecake. Like it's well, it depends on what you feel like normal cheesecake is. It's not a baked cheesecake that was then like cooled down in the fridge or something. It was just made to be like this.
Yes.
So like, it just came out like this, and it's like really creamy and whippy and stuff. She also.
I didn't give him a fork.
I do have my tikka masala fork, but I guess that's fine. I guess I can use that. You didn't give yourself a fork either.
I don't know. I forgot. Who needs forks?
She did put a match in it, which I'm guessing is my candle.
We didn't have candles. I had to make do.
She also got some of this cherry pie filling to put on top.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot, but we do have like a whole cheesecake, so I guess it makes sense. Thank you, I guess.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Is that going to work?
Start.
Ah!
Okay, you have to blow out your match.
Wait, I have to
Make it work.
Did it.
Aww.
Yeah.
Woo! Happy birthday, babe.
What's today? Wednesday. Wednesday. We just got back from work. And Giselle is actually about to leave again. She just got this, like, in the mail. This is the thing that, one of the cheapo eBay things that came today, was this little octopus keychain that I guess you're going to turn into a necklace or something?
I may just use it as a keychain. You know what it makes me think of?
Well, she tried to, like get me to guess what it made her think of, but I couldn't guess it. My first guess was something from Pirates of the Caribbean or something. I don't know. Anyway.
It makes me think of the Parasol Protectorate series and Madame Defoe.
Because apparently the Order of the Octopus is a thing.
Yeah,
but I forgot
know if
that
that's
name.
the official title, but they have brass octopus, brass octopi, brass
Puss.
octopuses. I don't know.
Octopus. Just
I don't know.
I don't know.
They have the brass of those as their symbol, so I'm trying to decide which lipstick to wear in case you're wondering what I'm doing.
She's about to go have a fun time. She almost talked herself out of going, but I told her she needs to go have a fun time because all she does is work really hard every day, and come home and not do much else because she's tired from it. And she's going to deny herself a couple hours of fun just because she's crazy. But I love her. And she's going to go. Where are you going to?
It's just a meetup that is happening because Romantic Times was last weekend. So Romantic Times is a convention for like romance authors and reviewers and stuff. And it was in Georgia, and I obviously didn't go. And so they're having a meetup in Boston for like people afterwards. It's kind of like a wrap up and to get together and stuff. And I'm gonna go and see how it is.
She's going to go and meet fellow romance fans. So that'll be fun. I hope it's fun.
Hopefully.
I would also be very I would also be very worried about like socially awkwardness and stuff because I don't think I could personally go to this thing, and I would probably just stand in the corner. But she's way more outgoing than I am in certain situations. Like she can turn on the outgoing a lot better than I can. I can't turn on the outgoing. I'm just always in, except for when I'm like with people I know really well. Then I can be outgoing. But with new people, it's like... But she's awesome, and she's going to go and have a lot of fun, right? It's going to be awesome sauce. It's in Boston, so she has to drive there and leave right now, so she won't be late. Get going. You can do it.
So I did not vlog while I was gone. There was no opportunity, really, and I wasn't going to be like, hey guys, let me film for my YouTube channel. So, anyway, I got eggs. One of the ladies there had chickens, so she gave me 9 eggs. We are actually almost out of eggs, so this is perfect timing. Genuinely perfect timing. But it was really fun, and I'm super glad I went and that Chris talked me into going. And I got some free books, and it was fun getting to know these ladies a little bit, and I got lots of book recommendations, and I got lots of, most of them were authors, and I'd even heard of some of the authors. I haven't read any of them yet because I'm still, haven't read as many romance books as I would like. I haven't read as many books as I'd like in general. So, yeah, I'd heard of some of them though, which was pretty cool. And so, yeah, that's a thing, and I'm really tired. It's almost midnight.
The party went like 2 extra hours.
Yeah, everyone left around 9:30, and then I stayed for about another hour talking. Actually, it's probably closer to 10 o'clock actually when it ended. I stayed and talked to somebody else for another hour who really likes fantasy and stuff. So the books that I got really quickly is I got The Viscount Who Lived Down the Lane. This is the Rhymes with Love series by Elizabeth Boyle. I've read the first book. I didn't really care for it that much. It was like pretty forgettable. But I know Steve really likes this series, and he actually gave me 6 Impossible Things, which I haven't gotten to yet. I've only read the first book in the series. So I think this is book number 2. I think this is the next one that I'm going to read, and it's autographed, which is pretty cool. So that's a thing. I also got While the Duke Was Sleeping, which is the Rhodes Files by Sophie Jordan. I've heard of Sophie Jordan, haven't read her yet. It's apparently like basically the plot of While You Were Sleeping, which I mean, I'm sure it's not the best movie ever, but I really like that movie. And then I got a couple other books that I didn't know anything about, and I was just like, sure, I'll take them, why not? So those are the 2 that I actually like already had on my TBR on Goodreads and stuff. But yeah, it's really freaking hot in here. I am pretty tired now, but it was just fun, and it was good to get out of the house for a while. As Christopher said, I think I just needed it. Plus, I got to listen to my audiobooks while I was driving. On the way there, I listened to the newest episode from the Smart Podcast Trashy Books podcast, which was perfect because I got to hear all about like RT from them. And then I got there and I got to hear all these stories, and I was like, hey, I heard that on the podcast and stuff like that. And was a little bit less clueless than I would have been otherwise since I listened to it on the way there. And then on the way back, I listened to more of my audiobooks. So I got everyone's like contact information. I have a lot of new books to read. And I was obviously telling them about myself as well. Out today at work, I figured out that my average rating for the year, do you want to guess what my average rating is?
2 stars.
If you added all the books together that I've read, or added all the stars that I've given and divide it by the books that I've read.
2.
Not that low.
2.5.
Yes. My average rating is a 2.5, and not including the books that I've DNF'd, it's a 2.7. So
She's so harsh on books.
I have been having a really bad reading year this year. And I told them that, and everyone went, and so at the, like, closer to the end when people were leaving, and I was like, wait, I need your information so I can look up your books. And one of the ladies was like, I don't know if I want to give it to you.
That's really funny.
You're going to rate it really badly. And I'm like, no, I'm not, I promise. Except for I can't promise
you can't promise that. You might.
Oh, so.
That's a genuine concern, giving a book to you, whether or not you like it or not.
So, I thought it was pretty funny, and yeah, so it was pretty great meeting them with them, though, and I hope they do another meetup over the summer. I think they mentioned that they might do that, but apparently the last time they had one of these get-togethers was in December, so I really hope that it happens. Also, I totally cut my hand open like a week ago,
Oh.
and it still really hurts, so I hope it's not infected. Anyway. Good times.
So at the moment, the apartment is looking super fresh and super nice. Look at that perfectly cleared off table and the mostly perfectly cleared off like floor, and just everything looks so good. It all looks so good. I'm really proud of us. Good job. You're amazing.
You're amazing.
No, you.
Yes. Don't look in the bedroom. It's just. The thing is, like, the bed is full of laundry. And we have all this laundry.
Yeah, we just have to fold
We
laundry
just have to fold them.
and put it
And
up.
then
It's all
besides
washed.
that-
It's all washed and stuff. It just needs to be folded and put up.
Lots of laundry today. But like besides that, it's pretty much all done. So.
Giselle's been up since 6:30 working on stuff.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm ready.
We're about to go
sit
pick up.
down.
About to go pick up Giselle's mom. We've got lots of trash to take out, stuff that we're throwing away. I've also been meaning to show this, but our landlord has been planting some lovely flowers and plants out here. It looks very nice. Looks very pretty. I guess he's been spending a lot of time while we're at work doing this, because I haven't actually seen him working on it. But every day that we come home, there's new stuff planted.
Hi. Do you not recognize me with my blonde hair?
I didn't think you were good.
Hi. So we've gotten her, and that scene, that really awkward clip is her just completely ignoring me running to try to find her, and then her still ignoring me. I think it's the blonde hair. She's not used to it. We look like each other now because we have like the darker roots and the super blonde hair. So now everyone's gonna be even more like, oh my gosh, you look just like your mom. Which I already get all the time anyway. Which is such a great compliment. But we pretty much sat here and devoured all this cheese. This
Amsterdam cheese with truffle in it.
yeah, you can see the cows, but it's and the start of the truffle. But yeah, this like the brown bits in it are truffle, and it's really good cheese.
And also some crackers.
So she's sharing her snack with me that she bought. How much? It said it was like 13 euros or whatever. How much is a euro to $1?
It's almost the same now. Euro's more than $1.
Well, we've just devoured like $13 worth of cheese.
We didn't. We didn't eat it all.
I just shoved like $5 worth of cheese in my mouth, and I'm okay with it. But yeah, we're on our way back home now, but it's gonna take like an hour, so we just get to talk and catch up. And Christopher is chauffeuring us, and all the funness is gonna ensue. I haven't really planned anything for you, so we're gonna have to figure out what we want to do.
We should plan it on the way home.
What we want to do tomorrow, and we also haven't planned any meals, so unless you want to eat like pasta, we don't have any food in the house, so we have to go to the grocery store. We usually go to the grocery store on like Monday, and so that's like why, but yeah, we'll just...
That's a good day.
Yeah, it's just because I have time after work that I can like head over there and go to the grocery store, but really we've planned nothing, so it's going to be all
We
spur of the
planned
moment.
doTERRA.
Yeah.
We planned essential oil classes.
Yeah. Nothing else though, so.
Giselle's mom was in like a few places like France and Italy, and she came through to Amsterdam and then flew to like Iceland and then flew here from Iceland, so she brought some stuff for Giselle, which is fun. What did she bring?
She bought me a beautiful scarf. This is one of those ones that has all the different like laces on it. So, oh dear, I don't want to snag it already. But there's like a lot of places. Obviously the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe,
There's that.
There's the Louvre on there.
Notre Dame.
A bunch of stuff. So they're really beautiful. And it's like a really gorgeous headscarf actually. I put it on earlier and I was like, dang, it's so pretty. I can be very like Parisian with it, I guess. Ignore my gross hair though. Like that's like sticking out of. It would look better if I styled my hair, but it would be like very like 50s, and it's a really pretty color too. It's like this beautiful blue, and there's like touches of red and orange and green in there, and a lot of gold obviously, and it's so pretty.
That's cool.
I feel like I could actually wear it like, I don't ever do this, but if I wore it like this, like come with me.
So cute.
Or I could even wear it like around my neck. But she also bought me a journal.
It's like a sketchbook journal kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not.
It's got blank pages and stuff.
Yeah, it's not lined, so I can do whatever I want with it. That's really beautiful. And on top of that, she also bought us a magnetic bookmark that has...
There was a few different options that we could choose from with art stuff on them, so we both like this one the best.
Yeah, it's just the hands, the iconic Adam's hands and God's hands.
Creation of Adam.
Yeah.
And then
she also, I left it in the other room. She had a picture of, it's like a postcard of, oh gosh, what is the statue called? It's like the one that Michelangelo did where it's Mary holding Jesus who's like dead.
Yeah.
Whatever that one's called. I forgot what it's called. I've seen a, what is it called?
Replication?
Yeah, I've seen a replica of it in California at Forest Lawn. I don't remember which one it was. There's a couple Forest Lawns. Forest Lawn is basically a glorified cemetery where a lot of famous people are buried, and it's like very like beautiful and gorgeous and whatever. And they have one there, and they also have like a stained glass version of The Last Supper. And it's really beautiful, and like they'll like do like a thing all about like telling you about how it was made, and then they'll like shine light in through it so you can like see how it glows. And in the same room they had the replica of the Mary with Christ, and so
we'll show you. It's like a little picture. It's cool looking. And then she also brought this, which is chocolate. It's a chocolate bar, which I really want to try a piece of. It's like in a bunch of little squares, like chocolate usually is. But
I think she was saying she got that one in Amsterdam.
This one is from Amsterdam.
She got it in the same place that she got the cheese, except for not. She went to a chocolate factory for this, but where she bought like all the fancy cheese that we were eating.
Yeah, so I really want to try a piece of this and see how it is, but I will do that.
Yeah, tomorrow.
At a later point.
We are making some sausage. I don't want to open it because there's one that really wants to fall over, and we also have some batter for pancakes made. You would think, oh, you're doing a nice breakfast because your mom's here. No, Chris just really wanted. He really wanted pancakes, so we're having pancakes. And they're pretty small, but I'm gonna make some of these tiny little like Mickey pancake things for him. There's a bunch of them. They get smaller and smaller, and by the end they look a lot more like Oswald than Mickey, but that's fine. So that's what we're doing right now. These are a little blackened, but we have some, well, don't look at that one. Look at this little Mickey pancake, just for Christopher.
This is the only one that actually turned out. Mickey.
The other ones are fine. That looks like Mickey.
Yeah.
So does
Thank you
this
for
one.
making me Mickey pancakes.
Yeah, we don't have time to keep making them though. There's a few more down there. This one looks like Mickey too.
Yeah, the rest of them are just gonna be normal.
Yeah.
which is fine. That's what I was craving. I didn't even know I was gonna get Mickey pancakes.
So we just got out of the grocery store, and this happened. We just spent so much at the grocery store that I can't even comprehend it. We bought a lot of, well, you'll see, but like a lot of olives and fresh things, and we got stuff from the olive bar, which we've never done before.
A lot of good Italian antipasta stuff.
So, yeah, now we gotta go pig out tonight. So this is our lunch. We have feta cheese, we have some salami. We got some nice bread from the bakery. Well, nice bread from the bakery. Balsamic vinegar with olive oil. We have pita chips. We have hummus. This is a red pepper hummus, and then this is a garlic hummus. And then we have different kinds of olives from the olive bar. This is, was it feta cheese? Mm-hmm. Yeah, feta cheese with olives. We love all this stuff. We also have a a brie. And Christopher doesn't like any of this kind of stuff, except for maybe the hummus, so we're gonna eat it all. And this looks so good. And this is maybe like a third of what we got today. We got so much food. Like I said, my mom was just in Italy, so she feels like a tre Italiano right now. So this is why we got this. And I'm wearing my headscarf that she bought in Paris for me. The one that we showed you last night. It's so beautiful. I love it. And yeah, we're just having a good day hanging out. It's about 1:15, 1:30 right now, and we're gonna eat and maybe watch a movie together. Oh gosh, it's 1:45. Holy cow. Time flies when you're having fun and shopping at the grocery store for 2 hours. We were literally there for so long, and I didn't film it because I forgot to take the camera in, but we went back and forth so much. Like we went here and then we're like, oh, let's get this, and then oh wait, we need to get this and this and this, and we walked up and down the grocery store probably like 10 times. Oh, we forgot the tomatoes. We have tomatoes too. This is the aftermath of us cooking dinner.
Where's your
Christopher's home. They're right on the napkin, on the microwave, but we made fried fish from home. And this is a strawberry cucumber spinach salad. My mom's, she stuck balsamic vinegar and olive oil and blue cheese on it. And I may do that as well. I think I might like it better with feta, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
I like feta cheese. I could try feta cheese.
You do?
Yeah, I like feta cheese.
So I grabbed olive oil and balsamic vinegar, and I'm going to try it. We'll see how it is, but it looks really good. We cut it open to see if it cooked all the way through.
Feta?
I love fried fish.
Look what else we have. Fresh pickles.
Oh, wow.
Wait, where's the feta, Giselle?
It's down on the bottom
Oh.
shelf.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is, so I don't know. We'll see how they are.
Oh, my goodness.
It's really good. Have you tried it yet?
Mm-mm.
Have a bite.
I like
This is
it.
amazing.
We'll post it down below so you guys can try it.
I'm so excited I have this recipe now. Wow.
It was so easy too. Like it took
It was
took 5 minutes.
It hardly took any time at all.
And it looks so amazing. It's so thick, and it's like beer batter,
But
no
not.
beer.
We have a 90% and 86% a milk chocolate, a symphony bar. Ooh, so yummy. And then the white chocolate. And I love symphony bars. I really do. It's just like, it's all these fancy chocolates and then symphony bar. They're all good though. This one is the one that has almonds and toffee in it. Oh, so good. Mom and I already ate most of this one, and we already ate a symphony bar earlier today for lunch. As part of lunch, but
And that middle one is one that she brought us to.
yeah, she got this one in Europe, and then the rest of them we bought at Stop and Shop.
We're watching Indiana Jones, by the way.
Yep, we're gonna try the chocolate
Yeah,
that she
try
got.
chocolate. Dramatic music. Good chocolate. It's good.
It was good. I'm kind of in a dark mood though, so I'm gonna try the 90% now, which I've never had before.
You're supposed to put a tiny bit on your
Doing
tongue.
chocolate tasting.
Yeah. Just let it melt.
It's really
Here's
good.
the-
It's really good. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Tuesday, the day of the class. My mom made me a poached egg, which I haven't had a poached egg since maybe I was like 7. And we had like an egg poacher. Do you remember that? We got it from Dawn and Dolly, who were neighbors down the street when they were moving. But she just did this one like they do in Julie and Julia, where they poach it just right in the water. And this one's gonna be Christopher's. Who knows if he's gonna like it, but yeah. And though you get some yummy appetizing water afterwards. Mom also made toast with the delicious bread that we bought yesterday. And it's already buttered because she cooked it in butter.
So just put it in there so it doesn't break.
This is my teacup.
And
Fancy
then,
teacup.
and then we already made a poached egg in here, so, and it's got vinegar in there. And then it'll just stay together. You don't really have to do anything, but it is kind of hanging out there, and I just like to grab it together.
She made 3 eggs in this pot at once, so you don't have to do them singly.
Oh, and it's not really going to cook as much because there's not very much water.
That's fine. I like runny yolks. And
Right.
that's it.
That's it.
That's a poached egg. You just have to let it cook for like 2 minutes?
No, it's more like 3 or 4.
3 or 4 minutes, okay.
I don't know. It might be more. I watched people on YouTube make them, and everybody has their own little way of doing it, but basically this is it.
So we're walking around a cemetery in Massachusetts. My ancestor is buried here. His headstone is gone though. We can't find it. We're pretty sure it's not here anymore, but he's definitely buried here. It's a John Bowker who died in 1721. And most of the graves here are from like 1750s onward. So his headstone was probably demolished, and there's a lot of headstones that have like sunken in, they're completely unreadable or just gone. So he's one of those. And we're gonna keep going to, there's 2 different cemeteries on our list. There's a couple churches that we want to go to. Right now we're in the Marlboro Center. There's like a bunch of cemeteries around here though. We're not at the one next to our house, but I don't have any relatives buried there that I know of. I mean, I probably do. They're probably just distant because I've had a lot of family from Massachusetts, apparently. It's because I have a lot of like pilgrim ancestry. So because of that, I have like a lot of people who were in like New England and stuff. But we're gonna keep walking around for a while, but it's really beautiful and it's a really beautiful day. Mom's taking a picture of me vlogging because she thinks it's funny. We've been driving around for about 20 minutes trying to get into the cemetery and walking around and knocking on people's doors and stopping people on the street. We found the gate. And now we can go see some more ancestors. So, Hutchinson.
I know where he's buried because he's a really famous guy, and they've actually put his original stone on another stone, I guess. So as soon as I peeked over the fence, I knew it was his because I saw the picture of it.
In the graveyard.
Years was shot by treacherous Indians. August 12th, 1675.
Tell us about Edward Hutchinson,
Died
Mom.
Oh, he was just the daughter of
The son?
The son of Anne Hutchinson, who fled England because of religious persecution. And then she got kicked out of the Massachusetts Bay Colony for being a little bit too ultra. Speak of the devil. It's Dad. Hold on.
So Edward Hutchinson is my somewhat great-grandfather who was slain by Indians. And yeah, I just happen to live in the same town as him, coincidentally. So that's cool. And this is the perfect day to do this as well because it's just so beautiful and nice outside. So a lot has happened since we last vlogged, but really quickly, we're gonna make zucchini noodles with the zucchini spiraler that we got. We got this to do a recipe. This is not that recipe, it's a different recipe, but I thought it'd be fun. So basically we just stick it in, I guess. I'm guessing, and I think I'm guessing right. And this has a bunch of spikes on it, so I'm gonna impale it on this side. And then we just spin.
Yeah, when stuff comes out.
And here, this does not want to, does not want to latch on, so I'll just twist it.
Oh, that works better.
Hello? This is so weird. We're doing the thin side. I kind of want to see what the thick noodles look like. I can't do any more after that. Oh gosh.
Oh wow, that's really funny. Look at that. It's got like a spiral pattern on it. That's awesome.
Okay, well, we can slice that and still use it, but that's,
Yeah.
that's so interesting.
I'm gonna put that away now.
Oh,
looks awesome.
I found another little piece that fell off.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, that was the thick side, the thin side. I want to try the thick side. She's been dreaming of a true love's kiss, and a friend she's hoping comes with this.
You're such a weird.
That's what makes ever after so happy, happy. That's the reason we need lips so much, for lips are the only things that touch. on Christmas. Just find where you love, where true love's kiss.
So we're about to have more fried fish because it was delicious last night.
We had so much because we didn't have a heart attack last night.
And we have a lot of fish left over and made more batter. And now Giselle's about to pour this zucchini and squash string inside the pan. Looks like a delicious meal. Once again, we might end up having more fried fish from now on because this stuff, it's delicious
Inexpensive.
and easy to make
And really inexpensive.
and really good.
And really inexpensive.
Totally worth the time and money.
For fresh fish, like, we asked the person, woo, are you okay? We asked the person, and some of them were frozen, but this wasn't, and it was like $6 a pound. And between all three of us last night, we didn't even eat a whole pound, so.
Good going.
Woo!
For tomorrow, we have this bread that Giselle's mom made. It's been poofing up for the last several hours, and it just went into the fridge a little bit ago. So.
It's really easy, like 4-ingredient bread, and
It'll be cooking tomorrow morning for us to have tomorrow morning.
I had it covered with this. I think you're supposed to let it be uncovered a tiny bit. But it was sitting out all day, or not all day, but we made it at like 6:15. So it's been sitting out, and we just put it in the fridge. And we will give you the recipe, and I'm sure this is something we'll be making more often because it's really quite simple, and
Yeah.
it's very fast to make. All you have to do is let it rise. We have the dough that we showed you last night all in here, and you can cook it in the stove, in the oven. That's usually how you would cook it, but we're gonna fry some up on the top of the stove today to make some fry bread for breakfast. And Mom's also cutting up some mangoes. These are honey mangoes, so they look a little different, but we're gonna do that and have poached eggs again. We talked about having crepes, but we just don't feel like making them, so this is easier and equally delicious. So we're at Orchard House, which is Louisa May Alcott's house. The sign is behind me, and here's the house. We were here 7 years ago? I think so. 7 years ago, we were here we wanted to go inside, but we were here at like 7 or 8 a.m. and it wasn't open. And so we didn't actually end up going inside. We literally drove by, took a picture, and here's Mom trying to take a picture of us right now. So we didn't actually ever go inside though, so now we're here. 7 years later, when I live here, it's meant to be. It's like 30 minutes from our house, and it's gonna be so fun.
There's just a great balance.
We're at the Colonial Inn restaurant. We're in the Liberty section.
The Liberty Room.
Ooh, and
It's one if by land and two if by sea, but there's only one, so there's two over the mantle, so that goes. Since it was two.
it's really cute. We're like 5 minutes from the Orchard House, and I wasn't allowed to film in there at all, but it was really cool. I learned so much, and I'm definitely bringing Christopher back ASAP, and I'm gonna read all her books, and I'm gonna read May's books, and I'm gonna just everything. I also had this like picture in there with like a bunch of different, I don't know if they were all authors, I think so, of all female authors from that time period. Yeah, eminent women. So it's just like they were all placed in there together, and I was just like, I'm gonna read at least a book from all of them and come back here and just like soak this in. It was really interesting, and they were very forward thinking and very feminist. She was super feminist, and I didn't realize it, and I haven't read any of her stuff for so long. It's probably been like 7 years since I last read a book by Louisa May Alcott, and I haven't read very much by her, like only like 3 books, so.
I was just looking at the place, the name of the thing called Eminent Women. It was a drawing or an inking of it, and Yeah, I like that what was it, the tour guide was amazing, and she gave us such a great history, not only of the era, but of the area and of the founding. Yeah, it's great.
One of my favorite stories, oh gosh, what is her name? The author of Five Little Peppers. One of the first stories that she ended up telling was how Margaret Sidney ended up buying the house that they lived in before they lived in Orchard House, and ended up buying Orchard House and held on to them and protected them until people could get a hold of them to like turn them into what they are now, which I think is so cool. The author of Five Little Peppers, Margaret Sidney, who I really love Five Little Peppers. I haven't read anything else by her though, but that's one of my favorite books. I reread it 2 years ago and I gave it 5 stars. I love that book, and I thought that was really cool. That was one of my favorite things. I was just like, whoa, I had no idea. And all these people were all friends and hung out, and Louisa May Alcott's father like borrowed Thoreau's axe to like, or no, vice versa. Thoreau borrowed their axe to build his house, his cabin, which is just like, it's so cool. So they all like came together and were all friends, and it's really interesting. So it was such a good tour. I'm really sad I couldn't film in there. The drawings on the walls that May, the youngest daughter, who's Amy, in Little Women, the things that she drew on the walls in her studio and everything, so cool.
She was a copyist of Turner, May was, and when Giselle saw this drawing or this painting of May Alcott on the wall, she said, oh, that looks like Turner, who is one of my favorite English artists also, because we go and see him.
What is his name? John William something Turner.
Yeah.
He has like 4 names.
We go and see him in the Huntington in California, and so I thought the same thing when I saw it, but Giselle said it, and then the lady said, yeah, she was a copyist of Turner, and she taught other people how to do it too. And then one of the other things that I thought was interesting is that Louisa May Alcott earned more money than Mark Twain, which
she wrote so many fewer books than him as well.
Yeah, she did.
She was just really smart. Her first like check that she got, her first amount of money that she got, she immediately invested in railroads because she was really smart. And on top of that, she knew she needed to provide for her family. So yeah, she earned more money than Mark Twain. Like, holy cow. So yeah, anyway, it was just really, really cool. So Mom got a chicken pot pie with potatoes and
there it is.
green beans and cranberry sauce.
Yeah, it's cranberry sauce and potatoes.
That looks good. We'll have to see you dig into it. And I just got clam chowder.
You can have some.
Because, you know, I'm Giselle.
Chicken pot pie.
You have a spoon behind you.
I think it's kind of hot.
Probably. Really good. Oh, good. They dig into mine. We're at Bedford Farms ice cream, and holy cow, this is huge. She got kid size. I just got a small. This is the size of her head. Is it good? What did you get?
Called White River. There's almonds and caramel.
I got the almond joy, so let's see how it is. It tastes like an almond joy. Almond joy really does. It's like all coconut flavored. It has coconut in it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we're on Walden Street.
We're turning onto Walden Street right now. We were just on Thoreau. It's just funny. It's like, oh, Walden and Thoreau, no biggie. We're just gonna drive on the streets named after them. They're all connected, and we were just at Louisa May Alcott's house, you know. No big deal.
Welcome to Thursday.
Look fast.
We're about to head over to a thing.
Look fast.
This is what we
Bread.
just finished making. Giselle's mom made the dough for this the other day, where we just baked it. We let it sit for a little bit. We baked it. We got off work a little bit later than we wanted to for various reasons. And now we're going over to the Moore's house again. We were over there before. We played games with them. And we ate dinner with them and hung out with them. They were on the vlog for a little bit. They let us borrow the lovely keyboard over there, which is very nice of them. And we haven't been able to hang out with them for a while, so we're going to go back and hang out tonight. And we're having dinner, and we're bringing a lovely warm loaf of bread over. We're going to leave right now. Just wanted to show it to to you real quick before we headed out. What was that?
They're having soup, so I thought it would be a nice addition.
Yeah.
And this way we'll make and eat the bread, because otherwise, I don't know when we would have had the time or inclination, I guess.
To do so with the dough that was just sitting there waiting us for it to eat it. And now we're gonna get ready. I'm gonna put my shoes on, and then we're gonna head over to the Moore's house, and it's gonna be awesome. So it's like 10 minutes away, and so we were supposed to be over there a little bit ago, but we just texted them that we were running late, and they're running late as well, so it's totally fine. So we're all good. It's a weekday. It's only Thursday. I mean, so we all had work and various responsibilities and stuff, so it's all good. It's gonna be a fun night. I'm not sure how long we're gonna be over there for, but it's gonna be a fun time. I'm having a hard time putting my shoe on with holding the camera and with no hands, so I'm gonna use my hands to put the shoe on now. So we're at the Moors, and Giselle just killed me.
She did.
Over and over again.
It was, you know, she killed me to survive several times. I mean, but this one was completely gratuitous.
This was cold blood.
There was no rationality behind it. It was, you know, reckless violence. It's
like a bright, shiny nickel.
It is. It's a beautiful thing in its way. Violence is golden. This is what they say.
What is this game called again?
Uzupa.
Zupa. So
Primordial soup.
So we are amoebas drifting, depending on the current. These are all of our secretions. Giselle has something called aggression, which she can use to kill people, and she just got it, and she used it on the last turn to kill my last amoeba. I have no amoebas anymore. She could have killed either one of these two to make.
Decided the outcome.
If she killed him, she would have won. Not killing him makes him win. Killing me does nothing whatsoever.
I'm giving you a fresh start.
She's into completeness.
It's a fresh start at the end of the game. We're done now, right? I think that's it.
But technically, you don't like die in this game, though. We just go until somebody wins.
Well, you're supposed to get to the end,
Yeah.
and then you win. I technically get to put an amoeba out now, but is that it?
Yep.
Well, that was fun. Thanks for having us over and having us die multiple times.
Absolutely. Anytime. You can come over and be slaughtered anytime.
And this is their cool music room, filled with instruments.
It is. A lot of instruments.
And a lot of music, too. This is the giant pile of music that I just pulled out. Because we have their keyboard, and now we're taking their music also.
Because, you know, they kind of go together.
They've got drums, lots of guitars, bass.
That is a 12-string bass.
12.
It is.
That is 3 times the normal string.
It is a ridiculous instrument. And it's kind of more like art than an actual musical instrument. But it was designed by the bass player for Cheap Trick, who got just sick and tired and fed up of all of the absurd guitars that the guitarist for Cheap Trick was kept hauling out. And he said, I want a ridiculous instrument too. So he designed that, and we got one because, come on, it's a 12-string bass. So
how could you not? I mean, when I first saw it, I was baffled by it, honestly.
I'm baffled by it every time I look at it. But we had this idea back when we used to gig around. We actually wanted to tune all of the courses to different chords, and then you could play it like an accordion, right? This would be your major chords, and then your minor chords, and so on and so forth. But
nice.
Which I think we fooled around with that once, and it was horrible. But it's a fun instrument to play. It's really silly, but it's fun.
There's something here, Christopher.
We're back home. I got this earlier when we got home the first time, but I didn't have enough time to open it. So I'm opening it now. We're about to go to sleep. It's about to be midnight in less than 10 minutes. It's late. We both need to go to bed. So, oh my gosh. So I got, I'm so glad to finally have these. I got the first 3 books in the Expanse series by James S.A. Corey. I'm very excited about these. I've been in a huge reading slump. I've mentioned this before. I kind of might try reading the first one of these, like starting right now, because I kind of need something to get me out of my reading slump, and I've honestly been really wanting to read these, so maybe I'll give it a shot, and they'll get me out of my reading slump. I'll try reading the first one. So I'm pretty excited about it. And oh my gosh, okay, I'll take it out of the box set and look at all of them on my own. Holy crap! This book is a lot bigger than the first one. I didn't realize how much thicker this one was. It's kind of like bent, which is really annoying.
It will straighten out.
I'll have to flatten it, but it's the second book to Sebastian de Castel's Greatcoat series. The first one I read a few months ago and liked well enough. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I'm sitting in the middle of the kitchen waiting for Giselle to prepare the clippers because we're finally going to cut my hair after like over a month of wanting to have it done. I wanted it to be cut before we went to Maryland, and that didn't happen, and that was in April. And yeah, so that was over a month ago. So now we're finally cutting my hair. It is long overdue, and it's kind of driving me crazy. So I'm looking forward to having it trimmed up. So this is before, and this is after. So it's all cut now. Giselle did a good job. She's not so sure of that.
I don't like it.
Well, thanks. I'm gonna go wash it and wash like my face off, wash the hair off me, wash my hair, and see how it looks. And then if it needs any corrections, she will do so. But I think it looks fine the way it is. I mean, it looks like it usually does when you cut it, I think. But she always thinks she does a bad job, and everyone else is like, "Oh, you did such a good job just with cutting Christopher's hair." And it's been months, so you're out of practice. But I think it looks fine. Honestly, I do.
Really need to do this every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks, yeah. So every 2 months, 6 weeks to 2 months at the most. It's been since when? Since
Easter?
no,
Since before Easter.
no. We were going to cut it at Easter, but then we didn't. It's been months before that. I think it was like right before Christmas or something.
No, maybe February. No, I think it was February.
February, okay, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna go wash the hair off myself. I just got off of work. It's like 5 o'clock or something like that. I'm going to be going to see Wonder Woman with David Foster, who the Fosters, they like came over to our house at one time, and we saw them on the vlog, and we've done stuff with them a few times before, and he really wanted to go see Wonder Woman, but his wife's not really into going to see movies, and Giselle's not really into going to see movies, so we thought we would go see it, which would be really fun. It's going to be a really, really nice, big IMAX theater, which I'm actually really excited for because I love big theaters, and I love IMAX. It's the only IMAX theater around here, and I've never actually gone to this one before, but I'm excited. It's a little bit farther away than the one I usually go to, but it will hopefully be worth it. I've heard really good things about the movie so far, so hopefully I like it. We just got a ton of stuff for the juice bar because holy crap, we're kind of stocking them up. We're about to go back to, we're going to go to Wegmans and then go back to the store and drop all this stuff off because it needs to be stocked up.
Yes. I mean, we haven't been to the store in like almost a week, so.
Yeah, we bought it ourselves and we're going to get paid back for it, but I was like curious how much it was going to cost, and it was actually a little bit less than I thought it would be, so go us.
It's a little bit more than I thought it'd be, so. It's like right in the middle.
And we're done. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go.
The screen is huge and amazing.
I meant to bring the camera with me to the movie, to the theater to like show it because it's a really cool looking place. It's actually, it's an IMAX theater inside of this furniture store, and it's like huge. So I took a little clip at the end of the movie there with my phone real quick just to show the gigantic screen. The theater was really cool, and I kind of wanted to show a little bit of it, but I completely forgot to bring the camera. And I was going to film us like saying our thoughts a little bit or something, but I didn't do that, so I was taking my thoughts now. Basically, I'll talk about the theater real quick. It's a really cool theater, and so the theater is IMAX, like I said, and the screen is massive, and the theater is actually not that big itself, but like compared to some other theaters I've been to, but the screen is just the whole wall. The whole wall is a screen, so it's pretty freaking awesome. And the seats are really comfortable, but also like the seats are made of like this that mattress foam, that like a Tempur-Pedic mattress foam that like conforms to your body, so it like feels really nice. Except for they're kind of cramped in. I was kind of like cramped in between the people that I was sitting next to, in between David and the guy I was sitting next to, like, it was a pretty packed theater, so there was no, like, room for being, like, empty seats being between people, so we got good seats. It was just that they were kind of cramped. I was a little bit uncomfortable, actually, sitting there for the 2 hours or whatever. But it was worth it because I got lost in the movie, so I didn't really pay too much attention after a little while to it. But inside the seats, in each individual seat, like underneath of it, is a bass. Like the sound system is all around you. It's crazy, and then the bass is like underneath of you, under everybody. So like it's like they call it a butt kicker, and you literally feel everything big that's happening. Like, and it just all of the bass, you really feel it in you, and the sound is amazing. And it was very, very immersive. It was 3D also, which is really cool. Like, I've been kind of enjoying the 3D movies I've been seeing recently, which is really nice. I like that they're actually making it worthwhile. Like, they're actually shooting it in a way that it adds something to it. So, as for the movie was really good. I really enjoyed it a lot, and I'm really, really happy I went and saw it in this format. It just was so freaking epic. Seeing it on this giant screen with this great sound, and it was like I said, it was so immersive, and just made the whole thing so intense and just fantastic. I really loved it a lot. In a lot of ways, it was a little bit over the top, as a lot of superhero comic movies are. It felt very much like a superhero comic book movie, definitely, but just all the decisions they made were just really good, and I liked the way it was shot a lot. It kind of had a very like 300, Zack Snyder kind of feel to it, where it was like they did a lot of like stopping and like slowing down the action and then speeding it up again, and that was kind of like, it was very much inspired, I feel like, by him, and I mean, he's been working on some of these, so I'm really glad he didn't direct this one. It was just kind of like an homage to his work, I guess, the director decided to do, and overall, it worked. I think it worked well for this, but it was so just action-packed and fun, entertaining, and I loved the acting. I loved all the actors. Gal Gadot, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Am I saying that right? She was awesome. I really liked her a lot. I never saw Batman vs. Superman just because it looked kind of crappy to me, and all the reviews I was hearing of it just did not make me want to watch it. I'll probably go back and watch it, honestly, at some point, but you definitely didn't need to watch it to see this movie. And I really, really liked her as Wonder Woman. She just, like, encapsulated it so perfectly. I think she was the perfect casting for it. And I loved how the name Wonder Woman was never actually said in the movie, even once, which was really interesting to me. That they did that. There's a twist in it that I super did not see, and I was kind of on the fence about, and I still feel kind of on the fence about it, but I think it was still a really interesting twist, and I definitely didn't see it coming, so kudos to them for that. I really like the soundtrack and just like her theme. I think her theme is one of the most unique and one of the best like comic book superhero character themes that they've done recently. Like all of the Marvel movies, none of them really have any sort of standout anything music-wise in them. And I mean, I've seen videos where people talk about that on YouTube. People have made videos about how just bland and background the music is in Marvel movies. And I think it was a lot of the same thing in this, actually, like the regular music. But she has this like theme that's in the trailers, and I think is probably in Batman vs. Superman, and is in this as well, that just stands out so much and fits very, very well. And the very first time that they play it in the movie, you go for a decent amount of the movie without hearing it, and the very first time they play it is one of the most epic moments, and just gave me chills, honestly, especially with the sound, the way it was. You could just like feel that theme underneath of you and all around you, and the stuff that's happening on screen is just fitting so perfectly with it. And I love that moment. That was probably my favorite moment of the movie, and one of the most epic moments of a movie I've seen in a while, I think. Just, it fit really well and was great. So anyway, I think that's about it for today. I should probably end it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.